Well, hi guys! So, today I'm here with a really original video idea. I came up with this last night and I was like, wow, I don't think this has ever been done before. And that is that I'm going to bake banana bread live here on YouTube. Well, not live, as in I'm filming it live, obviously. Now, we're going quite techno today. Don't know how this is going to work, but I've got one camera up here. Hi camera! And I've got my one camera here for like, well, me, but then I thought maybe this one up here, I don't know, Ollie set that one up for me. Hopefully we'll get some more of the table stuff. So, yeah, as I said, I'm gonna bake a banana bread. I've actually baked this banana bread before. This particular recipe is a Mary Berry one, and if you know me, you know I'm an absolute Mary Berry huge fan. Yeah, we love Mary Berry. I think she's absolutely amazing. So this is a Mary Berry recipe. I made it the other day, and because I like to add walnuts to my banana bread, I just threw some walnuts in, but this one is going to be a plain one. I'm actually making this one for my neighbours next door. I've been doing a lot of baking actually. I'll show you them at the end. I've been baking rolls. I've got really good at just like a good bread roll. I've got one banana loaf there that's plain that I made last night, and another banana loaf that's got walnuts in. So I'm looking over there because I'm just looking at my amazing bakes. So let me just tell you what you're going to need for this recipe. As I said, it's a Mary Berry one, so all credits go to her. Got a bit of stalk, some margarine, caster sugar, you just need 2 eggs, some baking powder, you need, that's 2 tablespoons of milk in there, of course 2 bananas, the riper the better for banana bread, and some self-raising flour. I mean, for a while, well, even still now, self-raising flour is a luxury, any flour in fact. What I'm going to do first, preheat the oven, and then I'll be back. So I think I've preheated the oven. Sorry if it makes an annoying noise in the background, but you know, it is important to preheat your oven and all that. So I've got myself a loaf tin. This is one that I've actually just borrowed from my nana, because if you watched the Easter vlog one, you'd have found out we didn't have a loaf tin at that point. Well, of course my nana has a few, so she's let us borrow one. First thing we're going to do is line the tin. So I've got my baking parchment. I think I might switch to this camera for this moment, so I'm not ignoring you, but I'm just going up here. I am going to line the tin. So I've cut out a rectangular piece. So I find the best way to do it is to sort of rest it on the top. Hang on, no. Sort of roughly putting it in, making a cut, so that it can then go round the corner, and you just do that for every corner. So that end's done. Now I just need to do the other end. This will look good eventually, trust me. So, there we go. My tin is lined. I'm just going to pop that out the way there. Maybe you can still see it up there, I'm not sure. But anyway, I know that this is an original idea. I know that you probably have never seen anyone bake a banana bread before. People aren't doing it that much at the minute. Oh god, I'm such a weirdo. Let's pop an apron on because I don't want to get myself all mucky. So in this bowl I'm going to put 100 grams of stalk to begin with. I'm checking it's on 0, which it is. Fantastic. I did before in the birthday vlog, you'll have seen, make the prep recipe, which was good, but I think partly because I didn't have a loaf tin, and also that one has 4 bananas in it, which is a lot, so it was quite dense. This one is just much lighter, and of course it's Queen Mary Berry's recipe, so I don't doubt that it would be amazing, you know? If you know me as well, you know I'm such a Bake Off fan. Like literally someone can say an event that happened on Bake Off and I'll be like, oh my gosh, yeah, that was like seriously episode 4, or like, oh, the finalist for that year, oh, it was blah, blah, blah. In fact, when we were at Carfest, I've now met, who I met, Candice and Howard, who was the one who Deborah stole custard from, and Francis, who won series 4, I believe. So, don't worry, I'll wash my hands thoroughly before doing this. Okay, so I've got my butter in here, and I'm now going to add to it, how much? 175 grams of caster sugar. Yeah, when we met them at Carfest, they were either doing like cooking demonstrations and there was Q&As. It was so exciting because I'm just such a Bake Off obsessive. not in a weird way, you know, I don't stalk any of them, but I do just think it's one of the most wholesome shows on television. The Great British Spelling Bee has also started again, which I love, and Joe Lycett presents that, so that's really exciting. Oh, I went slightly over there. Not to worry, let's just spoon out a little bit. That'll be fine. Okay, I'm now probably going to time-lapse me mixing all this together. I'm just using a little hand whisk. One day is my dream to get a KitchenAid. That would be the ultimate, but for now we'll just make do with a good old hand whisk. So I've just grabbed myself a spatula, I've beaten the sugar and the butter together until it's pale and fluffy. Now in the recipe, Mary actually suggests doing the all-in-one method where you literally put all the ingredients in one go, mix them up. But this isn't the best little hand mixer, so I do find it easier to beat the butter and sugar first and do it in stages. I know Mary is a fan of the all-in-one method, she's said that a few times on different bake-offs. Actually, let me show you something really quick. I've been attempting to regrow spring onions, so these are the ones that have been going maybe like a week or two. I'm not really sure why it's drooping like that, but here's some others that I think are going better. You just literally replant the roots and stick them in a jar of water. I'll keep you updated on those. So the next thing I'm going to do is add to this bowl 225 grams of self-raising flour. Here's some I've got here. I did think about weighing everything out beforehand, but then I thought I quite like, you know, the authenticity of me measuring live on camera. Oops. Oops. Okay, so yet again I went slightly over. Oops. But that's not a problem. We're going to add 2 eggs to this, just 2 medium eggs. In fact, I'm going to crack them into this bowl first, just in case there's any shell. 1. 2. No shell, of course. Quite perfect. No, I'm joking. So I'm going to add 2 eggs. Next up, we're adding 2 tablespoons of milk. And lastly, we're doing a teaspoon of baking powder. I find that, I mean this is in Mary's recipe, but when you're making sort of a banana loaf, the bananas have the tendency to then make it quite dense. So by adding sort of an extra raising agent, I know we're using self-raising flour anyway, but by adding an extra raising agent, it just means that it stays nice and fluffy, which is what we want. There we go. And actually, just so I don't make a huge mess, just going to start to combine that with a wooden spoon, and then I'll switch to my mixer. And then I like to add the bananas in last. All these recipes, you know, they tell you to sieve the flour, but I've never sieved flour in my life, and I've never found any issues with that. So, yeah, really don't bother. Unless you are making like a Genoese sponge, or like a, what's it called? What are the rolls that you roll up? A Swiss roll. And because they're fatless sponges, you really like want them to be as light as possible, so then I'd sift the flour, but otherwise, don't bother. So, that is all combined in there, and the next and most important step, because it is a banana loaf, will be to add the bananas. Hi guys, we're back. We've got a new battery in that camera, we're good. So the last step, as I was saying, will be to add in the bananas. Now, as I said, usually I also would add walnuts, but you know, this is for the neighbours. Oh! You don't know if they have any nut allergies, I don't know, so best just to make a nice plain one. As I said, I thoroughly washed my hands before all this, so there's no risk of contaminating it. I'm sure you all know how to mash banana. There they are. I'm going to take my fork and mash those up. I must say, during this lockdown, I've honestly found so much enjoyment in baking. I mean, I've always loved baking, but that was what was so frustrating at the start, was when we literally couldn't get hold of any eggs, any caster sugar, any flour. I was like, for me, the baking brings so much joy, but I couldn't even do that. You know, I was like stuck at home, and usually what I'd do if I had time on my hands would be to bake. But I feel like since we baked that afternoon tea for Mummy's birthday, I've just done so much of it. So lastly, I'm just going to add those bananas to the bowl. Now I like to do then this last step with a wooden spoon. Just bringing it all together. I'm honestly so happy though that we've had good weather for this lockdown. I mean, I know I fully appreciate how lucky I am to have a garden and outside space. It's been a true blessing, but I do feel that had we been going through this when it's like, you know, when it doesn't get light until 8:30 in the morning and it's dark by 4, I do think it would have been much tougher because, you know, at least it's light and at least it's sort of sunshiny, and when we do go for our one outing of the day, it's nice weather rather than, you know, trying to drag yourself out in the cold, which would just be so miserable. I'm going to pop the recipe in the description box so that you can all have a go at making a banana bread as well. Because I think that's fun, isn't it? That's what all these YouTubers seem to do. I'm lastly just going to spoon the mixture into my tin. So usually I get someone to hold the bowl for me and then I spoon, because this bowl is super heavy, but I think I can manage. I'm a strong, independent woman. Okay, this is actually quite tricky. Okay, hang on. We're going to reevaluate this situation. Let me just do it this way. You want to really make sure you push the mixture right to the edges of your tin, so that it can bake nice and evenly. I'm actually going to use my spatula to just bring all the mixture together we want. Anyway, so that is one thing Mary always goes on about, especially when they were in the war. She always says, you know, she never wasted anything. That's all the mixture in my tin. I'm just smoothing it out, and I'm going to pop it into the oven. I'm actually just going to quickly show you the other bakes that I've been doing in this time, because, you know, I think it's kind of nice to share it all with you. I know this looks like a lot. So at the top here we've got some just plain white bread rolls. So here's the bread rolls. They're really good, aren't they? Yeah. And then in this one, this is all that's left of the banana and walnut loaf. And this is the one that I made last night that we haven't started yet. I know they look quite brown from the outside, but let me assure you they're not overdone, they're actually just divine. So here's my mixture in the loaf tin that I lined. And I'm just going to pop that into the oven. It's a 180 fan oven, and it's going to go in there for about an hour until, when you pop the skewer in, it comes out clean. And I'm just going to set a timer for 1 hour, and we're done. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll show you what it looks like at the end, and I hope you enjoyed that video. Hi guys, so the oven has just beeped, so let's have a look. Fingers crossed it looks good. Oh, I'm quite chuffed with that, and I think the neighbours will be too. It's got a lovely sort of dark golden colour, and I know it could look a bit overdone, but trust me, from experience, this is perfect. I wish you could smell. So Sophia is going to do the skewer test for us now. Right in the middle. That's perfect. Got a clean skewer, which is what we want. So we're now going to leave this to cool in the tin for 10 minutes. Then I'm going to take it out, leave it to cool properly, and take it round for neighbours. I really hope you've enjoyed watching me bake banana bread. And if you want more of these baking videos, let me know, because as I said, I'm just a baking fanatic. But for now, I'll just leave you with the lovely banana bread.